All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we have a Detroit Pistons video for you. Now, I know Cade Cunningham is the unanimous #1 pick in pretty much every mock draft, every big board, and he is my clear-cut #1 choice. I like Jalen Green. I don't think there's that big of a drop-off from talent-wise. I think Jalen Green and Evan Mobley are going to be just all-star studs as well, but Cade Cunningham definitely has the potential to be that kind of once-in-a-generation type of talent. Now, I just want to go through all the different options and kind of give a why he should be the pick, why he shouldn't be the pick for the Pistons. Now, Pistons fans, you guys have been blessing me, so if you enjoy this video, hit the like button, hit that sub button. I'm trying to do as many Pistons videos as you guys want, so if you have any actual video ideas you want to see me cover, go ahead, comment down below. But once again, man, I mentioned this in pretty much every Piston video I make. I think Troy Weaver has done a phenomenal job in his first season as a GM. Probably the best in the league in his first year. And they're sitting comfy right now, man. I don't think any trade idea, I don't think any trade package, I don't think anything is worth it. I really don't. I don't think Houston's going to give anything Detroit that they wouldn't want. The only way the Detroit Pistons trade their pick is if for some reason they decide Jalen Green is the #1 option. And if they were to decide that, I don't think Pistons fans would be too upset. I think they would be a little bit surprised, a little bit of shock, but I don't think that they would be too upset. I mean, there's nothing any fan can really do about anything that regards to their team except for supporting or not supporting them. So it's about, 2 weeks until the draft. It's been about 3-4 weeks since the draft lottery. And so literally, I think it's 2 nights from tonight, we'll know exactly. And Troy Weaver said he would stand as legitimate candidates to go #1. He said he would evaluate them all. So we're going to just kind of give a quick evaluation through them. Now, like I mentioned, we'll start off with Cade. I think he's the clear-cut #1 choice. Now, playmakers in the NBA, they're so useful. And you look at a lot of teams around the league. I'll use my Chicago Bulls as an example. We don't have a playmaker. Kobe White's not a playmaker. Tomas Satoransky isn't a playmaker. There's not that many playmaking point guards that can do a little bit of everything in the NBA, especially not in the draft. So you have that ability, you have that option in the draft, and this is coming from a team that doesn't really have too much playmaking. So you add that into the fact that he is 6'8" and he has a 7'1" wingspan. It's not really up for debate. 40% three-point shooter in college on high volume, not really surrounded by good talent. You're kind of the vocal point, you're constantly getting double-teamed. I mean, this is one of the best and most complete offensive prospects in the last couple of years. And he's also a relatively solid defender. He's going to hold his own. And he's shown his ability to switch. Dwayne Casey's going to love Cade Cunningham. So, also, at that #1 position, 6'8", I mean, he's the primary facilitator. He can pretty much expand any lineup. He can play 1, 2, 3 if he really has to, and it should help ease the burden on Killian Hayes. Now, looking at the downside, it's honestly not that much. I mean, he's probably the least athletic of the top 4 or 5 prospects in the draft, and you could make an argument that the little to no, or I shouldn't say little to none, I should just say he doesn't really have high-end explosiveness that could cap his playmaking abilities, but then, I mean, I'll just use Luka Doncic as an example. I mean, so Cunningham also, his efficiency numbers at Oklahoma State required him to kind of just take a bunch of contested shots. So I think that goes, I think that's another pro, but, a lot of analysts might try and view that as a weakness. Now, give him spacing. I think he's going to be a challenge. I really think he's going to be a challenge. So, honestly, I don't really have any weaknesses other than just maybe a lack of athleticism, but I think he is plenty fast. I mean, you'll watch highlights of him. He's plenty fast, bro. I mean, he's totally fine. Jalen Green's going to lead the rookies in scoring next year. And when you have a player who comes into the draft who has the potential to actually lead the entire league in scoring, I mean, that's a pretty valuable draft pick right there, and it's something that you need to win, or something you need to win playoff games. And so you have that explosive athleticism, shot 36.5% from deep in college as well. That was something that was kind of a little bit of a question mark heading into the G League season. And he would fit in pretty nicely with Killian Hayes and Sadiq Bey, who's a very high-volume three-point shooter. And Killian Hayes, we all know him, pass first point guard. You got Isaiah Stewart in there as well. I mean, Jalen Green would be just as fine. If we're talking max potential, I think it might just be a little bit lower than Cade Cunningham. Now, on the downside, Jalen Green did have more turnovers than free throws in the only 15 games he played in the G League. So that's kind of like a huge double whammy, is more turnovers than free throws, and he also only played 15 games in the G League. It was just a small sample size for the G League bubble, so that could be a red flag. However, his athleticism and his ability to shoot over 80% from the free throw line, I think that should pretty much show his ability to score and create. So it's just a really small sample size with Jalen Green. That's why I don't think it's too much of a concern. But in my opinion, like I said, I'm not a Detroit Piston fan, but I do believe they'll go with Cade Cunningham as the clear-cut number one choice. I don't really think it's going to be that close. There might be some more speculation as we get closer to the draft, but I don't see the Detroit Pistons messing this up. Or even if they do go Jalen Green, it's not the end of the world, because Jalen Green is going to be an absolute beast as well in the NBA. So once again, guys, hit the like button, hit the sub button if you enjoyed this video. Follow for more Detroit Pistons content as well, and just the NBA in general, and I'll see you guys later.